The Roebuck, to my knowledge, was built around about 1700, but the first known licensees were 1799. It's got a lot of character here. It's the second oldest pub in Northwich. I think anybody who comes in here, you can feel the history that surrounds it. Originally it was part of a block, I think, of 7 cottages. This is one of 3 cottages where we're actually sat now. So the Roebuck is made up of 3 cottages. It was originally 2 cottages, then with a 3rd added. All of them were sold, I think, in 1828 in the Detably sale to this family. So they'd had this pub for quite a long time. It was originally a farmhouse and a pub as well, with a brewer house at the back, so they would brew their own beer. It would be on the car park, and there was also a bowling green there, believe it or not, and I think about 1900 there was a bowling green there, what is now the car park there. I was first called into the Roebuck, I think it was in 97. The landlords here had been experiencing lots of paranormal activity, and they didn't know what was happening. The chairs were stacked one on top of another, tables on top of one and another, lights on and off, things being thrown across the room, pictures flown off the walls. And so they wanted to find out who was doing it and why. So that's when I first met a lady called Hannah. When I first came here, I came here with my sister-in-law. We did an investigation and we encountered Hannah. Actually, we encountered her roughly where we're sitting right now, because originally this would have been Hannah's living area. This is where she would have been every day. She lived here all her married life. She told us that she had been looking after the place. She didn't tell us she was the landlady. We found that out later. She also showed us around the pub. I've met her on many occasions since then when various landlords have called us in, because she's not trapped here. That's the problem we've got with Hannah. She's not trapped, so we can't move her on. She can come and go freely as she wants. She is a lovely lady. People normally see her with a swish of her skirts. I saw her as a full apparition. She had a long grey skirt on. She walks behind the bar. She likes to lock up at night. A lot of the staff from over various years have seen her at night or felt her presence at night, and you can hear the doors rattling, because she actually rattles the doors. We've been here on a late night vigil and actually heard this. We've picked it up on sound of the doors rattling, and you can't put it down to it being the wind or somebody messing about outside. So you've got to rule all the other factors out first.
It's my husband, Kevin, actually the landlord, didn't have much warning about taking the place over.
Being involved with a haunted place, to me it's an everyday thing, you know. I don't even give it a second thought, to be honest. When people say things, I hear people coming up with various stories to me, and I just basically don't pay any attention.
You feel a little bit more nervous when you're on your own in the building. When you're with a few people, it's you tend to joke about it a bit, and you know, you don't really care. But it's different when you're on your own.
When we first moved into the Roebuck, we were carrying out extensive building works, and we had hardly any electricity in the place. 1 or 2 lights working, that was it. We didn't quite know the lighting circuits, what was happening. All the lads had finished work, and I came to lock up. And as I'm locking up, I'm walking through the other side there, and I heard footsteps upstairs. Bear in mind, we had no carpets down or anything like that. I could hear the footsteps. I thought one of the lads was hanging about and was going to spook me as I was walking out. So I quietly went up the stairs and expecting to find one of the lads hiding in one of the rooms. When I got to the last room and found out he wasn't there, The hair stood up on my back and everything like that. And for a 45-year-old man to get down them stairs in 3 seconds was some achievement. And yeah, that sort of spooked me a little bit.
Hannah is a very strong personality, so she will let them know whether she likes them or not, and she will protest. She makes you feel a little bit unnerved. If she doesn't like who's here, she'll make them feel very, very unnerved until they actually want to move on. They don't feel comfortable here. She actually likes the present landlord and landlady, which is very good. But she will let them know if alterations are being done. She will say whether she likes it or not.
Remember, this was on Saturday of last week. By the time we cleared up and everything like that, we were going to bed early hours of the morning, and Abby was in the bathroom. I was using the toilet next door.
We'd both taken it in turns to use the bathroom. Now I was brushing my teeth, and we're both sort of just crossing each other. You know how you do at your end of the night things, and we heard really sort of loud, like footsteps, like a deep thumping noise.
I thought it was her, she thought it was me, but we actually met on the landing because the two rooms are next to each other. For me, it was as though one foot was banging louder than the other as they were walking.
Sounded like they were at the top of the stairs, just outside the bathroom.
So we went to bed. I lay in bed, and the wall that I was facing, there's no windows in it whatsoever, and it was as though a cold wind was blowing from the gable wall actually onto my body. That was a little bit weird.
Felt very cold again, but then he fell asleep, but I was still struggling to switch off that night. I sort of felt the bed, it was like kind of shaking a little bit, sort of, it's hard to describe really.
I think a pub is like the hub of the village or the town. It's the place where people can come and socialise and meet other people and perhaps have conversations that you wouldn't have on an everyday basis. It's a place to relax, to unwind, and to share some good company. And I think when you pass over to the spirit world, if you'd enjoyed being in a place very much and enjoyed that company and a way of relaxing, then you'd like to come back and visit. So, and I think the Roebuck does that. It's a place where people still like to come and visit, whether they're on the earth plane or in the spirit world.
Well, if your fear filter hasn't filled up yet, please join us after the break for some more fun and frolics and a few frights.